should go way back from the beginning, 58.
Yeah.
Rochester already have a Bible study group called RCF, Rochester Christian Fellowship. It was formed in 1958 by a group of international students from U of R. Every Friday night, they meet in this American couple's house. They had to open up their living room, bedroom, basement, and all that. 5, 6 different groups.
Wow.
So, and to a point that they cannot handle it. So then we moved to one of the brothers' house. Pretty soon that has become outgrown as well. So we moved to University Rochester Medical Center. Then we were there for many years as well. But most of our students, very, very few family. I was the second family joined them in 1968 because I came to Rochester in 1966. I originally attended in an American church. Then I find this group very, very helpful, a very nice group of young people. But they participate in American church we call BCC. B stands for Brighton Community Church. So, and their pastor is Pastor Crawford. He likes all the Oriental young Christians, so he gives a lot of support, guidance, so forth. But this group, Friday night, meet together for Bible study. I joined in 1966, but in 1974, I was asked to transfer to Dallas. I joined one of the Chinese church, and I'm very involved with the church and participate in the mission work there and so forth. In 1977, I transferred back to Rochester, and I found out the RCF was still the same group. They had no change, just a little bit more people. And in one occasion, I suggest to the RCF leaders, I told them my experience with the Chinese church. My suggestion did not get received well, and they feel that time is not right for them. Instead of forming a church, we form our own Sunday service, but start with once a month, and gradually include 2 weeks, and then gradually include to every week. Finally, in 1983, we formed RCCC. Okay, so that was a very good celebration, big one. All the activity, most of the activity remained the same, except that now we start form evergreen group, youth group. Of course, at that time, our member already grew close to 200. So we use the chapel, they use the gym. For a few years, because Chinese church number keep growing, then run into the kind of a big crowd when right after the church service. Then they came out from the gym. We came from chapel. The hallways is 4 people. They're bored, and some people from BCC they discussed the situation. So that was in 1987. They gave us a notice that we should move to the afternoon. So this change gave the RCCC to be more actively looking for the other church, other side. So we had that going on for 2 years, from 1987 to the end of 1989. We found a church. It's near the 5 Mile Line Road and the Plank Road. The church is about 5,000 square feet, very similar to the one we have. Then the land is smaller, about 2 acres, they asked for $350,000. Now, we have only, our savings only $200 at that time. So we are negotiating a second mortgage to purchase that place because we feel that it's not proper to go to bank to borrow money. All of a sudden we have somebody from our group was approached by the Jackson Rose Church that we have church right now. And they said, well, because the church property can only sell to another church, you cannot convert church. Then he said, all we need to have is money to pay what's the mortgage left and give some money for the current pastor as a retirement to go. So all we need is $100,000, okay? But we have $200,000, we couldn't buy $350,000. But that space is really could be selling for $350,000. So this one thing we get is the news that everybody just so excited, and we right away gather in the. Once we heard the news, we all gather in the news. Everybody hold up their hand and become big soul, sing all the Thanksgiving. So excited. We have the dedication of service. That place it has 4.5 acres land. So this means have plenty of parking space for up to 120 space, and we have at that time we have around 150 people, close to 200. So that's the end of the initial formation. So the name like King Fei, he was student here of ours. Johnny Shirley, they moved to Russia in 1974. Then I moved away to Dallas in 1974. So I never seen them until I moved back to New Zealand. So then we become very close. So when we talk about a church formation, and they are supporting very, very well. Now another person, another Samuel Chen, not you know. Then he was very supportive, and then another Stephen Chen, and he was able to a quota, and then later he retired. Then another person, Yang Su, and he was a professor at RIT at that time, and so before for many years he was teaching the youth group. He spent a lot of time with doing the youth group ministry. When the church is established, 2/3 of the building is for sanctuary, 1/3 is for classroom. But with 200 people, it's much too small to handle. Especially during the service, we use the building, children stay behind the other section. But after service, we have Sunday school. There's no room. So we have to stay in the sanctuary using partition. We have 4 different groups of Sunday school. Each one we're using one section, and we have a lot of book. No place to put, but we so put the bookcase on the side of the wall. In the sanctuary, it become a library. But any of this really interfere with the service. So right away in 1992, then we save a little bit. We got about 200,000. So we went out to get some estimate from local church builder. By talking to all these firms, we start learning how they do it. So at that time I gathered about 10 brothers, form a building committee. Once we find out all these things they do, we start getting very brave. So we decided, why not do it ourselves? Okay. So then we started groundbreaking. This is all because we pray to God, and we feel that this is your building, and you will be guiding us So I worked very well with this construction manager. This particular building company is called Maranatha Home, which is a Christian-based building in North Dakota. And they form this building design themselves, and then they have built this with the same drawing. They built over 100 all over the United States. So that's why their drawing design is much reasonable, because they already have built this for many of these church buildings. And not only provide the drawing, they also provide the steel structures for the drawing. They also send the workers with the steel here. So all these are in a whole package. It will be majority of hard work is already included. Well, original plan is to start in the early summer. Hopefully, project will be complete, will be enclosed. The roofs can be enclosed before the snow comes in November. But because during in midsummer, they had a little accident because all these 8 of the structure beings connect to a circle on top, but for some reason circle twisted, so everything twisted in one direction. So they have to get a different equipment, so untwist this beam. So that caused some delay, about 2 months delay. Some pictures that we end up to have the roof, put on the roof when the snow started. But then finally we finished it. Okay? So that was a very, very happy moment. I only mentioned that first expansion, which building a century. Later, we found out that that's not enough. So we have Pastor Tan came in 1996, 1997. So a few years later, we started another expansion. This area has long winter time. So winter time, which is one building, we really need more facility. So we came up with the idea to have building a family life center. That is a big project. We got enough support. Then we have to form a building committee and then come up with drawing, go to the town board, Penfield town board to get a permit. So when you get to that page, go to town board. Town board look at the plan. Plan is good, but we don't have enough land, because for churches, you need 100 feet setback from your borderline. At home, you need about 20 feet setback. But our building, current building, sanctuary building, to the borderline, it's only 90 feet. But the gym itself is 100 feet wide. Okay? So he said, no way, you cannot do it. If you have only 10 or 20 feet, they can give you exception. But you don't have any. So right away we had to disband our building committee. We said, okay, that's the end of it. No more thinking of expansion. Only 2 weeks after that, our neighbor sent us a letter. He said, we will build a new house near the lake. Since you are the good neighbor, do you want to buy our building and the land? Because they're not exactly 100 feet wide, and the length is 400 feet deep, 1 acre land. So of course we are so happy. Right away, it's only $130,000. We have money to buy that right away. So as soon as we found this letter, we said, great, we buy yours right away. Don't even need to say any more. So we got right away the building committee resumed. Right away, we go to town, of course, no question about it. So now we become original 4.5 acre land become 5.5 acre land. So this is 2 examples, actually all 3 examples, from the getting this basic building, which is a miracle, and then building the sanctuary. We become our building construction manager, so we save the money. Then third one, because it's additional land, So you see the God's blessing is just step by step. Every time we have a problem, He just kind of give us all this blessing. I think that we have a lot of brothers and sisters with many gifts. Sometimes they stay behind, but we need to find out their gift and then to have them to serve. Those things in the past we have so many people serve, not because they want to do it, but they see the opportunity. We want them to come up, and even they don't know some things, but because they have the heart, God will take them step by step to a good opportunity to do things. So all you need is just step in, come up, make yourself available as a good tool for Him. He can use you to do a different thing. I think that's the message.